Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. Those of you who have followed this podcast for the duration know that frequently I will do episodes on the weekend that are shorter. I may even give them a suffix. They're like a bonus episodes. But if you'll remember, a week ago, I did a podcast episode reviewing the Caitlin Clark box that I got from Panini. And lo and behold, I got a Connor Bedard box from Upper Deck. And it's only fair that I would look at that in the same way, although they're different sports, different players, and different format. But I think comparing and contrasting will be interesting. So thanks sponsors, especially Upper Deck, but also Panini, Topps, Heritage Auctions, Huggins and Scott Auctions, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Burbank Sports Cards, ComC.com, and Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication. This is a box set. You get the complete set plus one other card that's released in April. I think started out with an SRP of $70 a box. If I read from David Adams, DA Card World, now I see it's $35 a box. And so I think that's just supply and demand, or current demand at least. But if I want to analyze after the fact, that the autographs are just very tough. You're going to get a complete set in the box. That's Upper Deck's format, and select boxes will include a rare autograph card. They don't really give the odds of that, but when you look at the fine print, you can see that really you're going to get 25 cards plus a 26th card that'll be like a high number. And some of those are autographed, but if there's 5 autographs, they're numbered to 5, each of the 5. So you have 25 autographs. You've got 5 copies of each of the 5 high number cards. So they can't really say on the front select boxes will include one of 5 rare autograph cards. There's one of 5 for 5 different. So I guess that would be confusing, but I don't know if the disappointment level is the same. You're going to get your complete set, and you're going to get one card extra. And it looks like the secondary market has said, hey, it's pretty unlikely. When we see what's being opened, it's less likely than we thought about getting an autograph card. With Caitlin Clark, same thing. I don't really know what the odds are there, but it floats. Both Connor Bedard and Caitlin Clark, I would hope they'll have long careers. Connor Bedard, I don't know that he's a generational talent. Maybe he is. Caitlin Clark, same thing. She seems to be, except that she wasn't the Olympic team, but she seems to have made the adjustment to pros. But nobody like Caitlin Clark. Hopefully, Connor Bedard will be compared favorably to some people that have gone before him. So is this a 25-card set for the Connor Bedard collection, or is it a 30-card set? I think it's a 30-card set. It's 25 base cards that you'll get in every box, and then one of the next 26 through 30. Those are the ones, when I'm in the dollar boxes in the months to come, if I see numbers 26 to 30, yes, I could pick those up. 1 to 25, no matter how beautiful the artwork, the base cards, it's going to dilute. It's going to give people a chance to get some Connor Bedard cards. But I'm guessing a lot of these 1 to 25s are going to stay in sets. Hockey is different than basketball, and certainly different than WNBA, but it actually may have more in common with WNBA than it does in the men's NBA. Very loyal fans. And I think when you see loyal fans, complete set collectors. Hopefully both these players will age well. I probably prefer the Panini approach to getting cards in the box, opening the packs. Each pack is a surprise. Again, I didn't have any big surprise there. And I didn't get a big surprise when I opened this box either. I got a card, not autographed, of number 29. So nothing special about that. The only thing that matters is if it's autographed. So I prefer opening packs. I opened up this box, and it was just a cello pack. The other thing I noticed is that the cello pack, which I think you could take it out and put it back in, the cello pack. From the cello pack, you can see the last card in the pack. So I knew it was card number 29. I guess the only thing I didn't know is whether or not it was autographed, which it wasn't. So I don't know that's a problem. I don't know that I could have felt it. I don't know that I could have done the CT scanner to see if there's writing on the front. Maybe the autograph cards have a certification stamp, a different kind of back. Anyway, that would be problematic if you could open up these boxes and look at the cello pack and see the last card and see whether or not it's autographed. So I don't like searching, and I don't want to encourage search. Again, there's only 25 autograph cards of Connor Bedard in all the boxes they made, which is probably a bunch. I like the fact that if I'm a hockey collector, I got the set. And if I want to go further, I can, but I don't have to. And if Connor Bedard goes on, again, part of Upper Deck's DNA over the last 20, maybe even 30 years has been to pick, and they've had a great batting average of picking transcendent superstars. And that's the drive on their products. And I'm hoping that Connor Bedard does make that. That's different from the way Panini would do it. It's different from the way Topps would do it. Panini, any product that Panini does, they parallel it maybe to death. They just really heap on the parallels. And sometimes exotic inserts. So you got none of that here. They are riding on the fact that Connor Bedard is going to be one of the game's greats. Topps, same thing. They would put some chrome on it. They would have a chrome version, their approach to it. But Upper Deck, they've got the set. So it raises the question, and this is a rhetorical, how simple is too simple? How tough is too tough? And the hobby kind of tries to go back and forth. If something is too tough, they throw up their hands. That's really what happened in the late 90s. And sometimes the early 2000s too. The price got up there, something was too tough, and people said, no. There were a few smart people that said, hey, I'm going to go after the tough, expensive stuff, and they've been hugely rewarded. But Upper Deck, it's been a tradition for them. I don't know that they do focus groups every year to see if they need to evolve the simplicity of these individual box sets. The box set they did of LeBron James, my recollection is that they did a box set that included Carmelo Anthony. And that's one of the ideas I had for any of these box sets, for Caitlin Clark or Connor Bedard. I'd love to see more combo cards. I'd love to see a combo autograph cards. If you had Connor Bedard with somebody else, some of the people that he's being compared to. Again, it'd be a licensing challenge, but Upper Deck is working the hockey licensing pretty well. And they've got Gretzky and Connor McDavid, but I don't know that they'd have to be surprises. But if they could tout that it's a Connor Bedard set, but there'll be a Connor Bedard, Wayne Gretzky giving his opinion and autographing a few cards with Connor Bedard, and same thing with Connor McDavid, I think that'd be really cool. In fact, I'd love to see 25 cards. Same thing with Caitlin Clark. I'd love to see Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, or Caitlin with some of her college teammates or college opponents, or Diana Taurasi or Sue Bird. Again, with NIL, you can get anybody a lot of times unless they're signed to something exclusive. I'd love to see some combos. That would bring some excitement to me. The thing I noticed when I opened up my box, it wasn't in numerical order. And I think that's planned, but after you open it up, they could put them in order, but maybe it's for people looking through to try to look at every card to see if they got the autograph card, not knowing that it most likely is the last card in the stack that you can see from the bottom. The box was bilingual, but the cards were not bilingual. That'd be another opportunity for Upper Deck to have kind of a line extension. Just like I said, they could have a chrome version, or they could have more parallels. They could have a French version or some random French ones in there. But again, he's Chicago Blackhawks, so maybe the marketing is mainly going to be in the U.S. for this. And the French versions that Upper Deck has had has been hit and miss. They had the famous miss they had that was all the rage back in 1990, 91, somewhere in there. They did a French version, and it appeared to be much tougher, and it turns out it wasn't. So the price went way up, and then it fell. The marketing of this, are they intending for hockey collectors to buy 5 boxes so they could try to have a 30-card set and 4 extra sets of 1 to 25? I don't know. I think hockey collectors are smart. They know what they want, and I'm not trying to second-guess Upper Deck, but I think they have studied their market. They are different from Panini. They are different from Topps. And this will be an amazing set if Connor Bedard gets 100 points every season for the next 10 years. I'm wondering, I see the price be set and then drop. And that may mean that David Adams and Blowout and others have inventory they have acquired from Upper Deck, and it's probably not returnable. So they have a chance to either keep it and speculate and wait for Connor Bedard to demonstrate consistent greatness, or they can try to move the product and get ready for the next thing. I'm wondering, and this is another reason the price could come down, it might be that if the breakers break this, which I don't think it's really that great of a product to break because there's just one suspenseful look. But if these boxes were opened on camera and there was some kind of a co-op analytical effort to capture all the video official openings of these boxes, it almost could be like blackjack when you're counting cards to see if the deck turns favorable to you. If somebody opened up 100 boxes and they got one autograph card, that's information. Unfortunately, digital recorded openings are probably going to be skewed. Then you get to the other side of the coin. What if 20 of the 25 cards have already been pulled? Well, that'd be a reason for the boxes to drop in price. If there was a sense that most of the good Bedard autographs had been pulled, if there were a few left or none left, that would make every box left. So I don't think that's what's going on explicitly, but implicitly, people are trying to figure out, what are my chances of getting, I'm paying now $35 to get a chance to get an autograph card, which would be fabulous, but I don't know what the odds are. And like I said, that to me in this industry, there needs to be after the fact auditing to get some sense. That's what we did as a company with Beckett Publications. Yeah. I didn't get one. So like I said, they are not loaded. I appreciate having that experience, and it is suspenseful. I get one opening, unlike the Caitlin Clark experience where I opened a bunch of packs, and maybe that's less frustration. But like I said, there's just different approaches. I think Panini is going to do that because every chance you may not get the autograph, but you may get some kind of a parallel. But again, I trust that Upper Deck has some level of customer intimacy. I know that was certainly a priority when Chris Carlin was there, and I think it still is there, at least in the customer experience. So thanks, everybody. Compared to when it came out, the Connor Bedard collection is a bargain compared to that, but it's only going to be a bargain if Upper Deck is chosen wisely, as they have with Tiger and LeBron and Gretzky and Connor McDavid. They are uncanny at picking transcendent superstars. So hats off to them, and have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you again on Monday.
The man